Hey everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge podcast. Happy freaking Friday. So glad you're here for Folded Friday. We got a lot to talk about today, a bunch of things going on in the world of family vlogging and other things and fun and dancing. And because you know what today is, time to dance. And we do Fridays where we spin the wheel. And if you want to get on the wheel for the weekly spin, you've got to become a YouTube member above the first tier. So anything past the first tier, you get on the weekly wheel. If you want to get on the monthly wheel, you can be a member of any standing, especially on the Patreon. If you're over on my Patreon, if you're in 2 or 3 tiers, you also get to be on this wheel weekly. And then monthly, I will draw from all of my members from all things. And then yearly, every single darn person who wants to be on the wheel, member or not, can get on the wheel. We'll do that at Christmas during Snarkmas because that's going to be really fun. And then do some giveaways like crazy, like gifts that you want to give to your husband. It's going to be great. I mean, I can't believe Christmas is coming. Are you guys excited? How many days till Christmas? Alexa, how many days till Christmas?
Christmas is in 128 days on Sunday, December 25th, 2022.
128? So with all that said, let's dance.
Yeah, baby.
Lion up. Yeah, oh. Yeah, that's a lino sword. Thundercats, my wife bought that for me. It's a lino. One of my fans bought the shirt for me. I love it. Amy Wormley, congratulations. If you win, reach out, joshsdadchallengepodcast.com, and you get a prize. Let's go. So first up in the family world of vlogger drama is the Ace family, your favorite and my family scammers. They're gross. They just continue to scam and they keep getting away with it. For some reason, they keep getting away with it. It's crazy, but you're not going to be able to escape this one there, Austin. This girl named Shyla Walker, who is Landon McBroom, who is Austin McBroom's brother, trying to be just like him. It's crazy because, they married the same type looking women and they lived the same life and they did it. But I think Shyla Walker, some craziness went down with Landon and her. I think there were some abuse allegations and things like that. And they've since split. And it's obviously bad blood and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, because that's the type of people, this type of world that they all live in, right? But I don't think the Ace family is going to be able to escape this little bit of drama or tea or whatever you want to call it. So Shyla decided to go on her Instagram and put a story out like this. It says, "Stop playing with mine. I'd be so cool. You had 3 for money. Leave mine innocent." Now, Austin has used his niece for videos. I think this is the niece that they're talking about where he bought her a dick popsicle or a dick sucker at one of those adult stores and they thought it was kind of funny. Austin has some stuff that's never going to go away on the internet. It's going to follow him for the rest of his life. But again, I think these two, when you get this big and you get this rich and famous, you're kind of too big to fail. But hopefully maybe you'll end up in jail or something like that, right? Anyway, so what she's saying is that she doesn't want her kid on the internet anymore. She doesn't like that life anymore. And kudos to her, right? But she's calling him out because clearly there's beef, right? And then she says, "You want to post my most private thing time and time again," which is her child, right? Yes, he be cheating. She's talking about Austin McBroom. Yes, her dumbass knows. Talking about Catherine McBroom. Yes, they broke. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs, what we all said. It's all the things that we can see. Because obviously they're broke, because look what they're doing. They're hiring a bunch of rides and some carnies and being like, "Oh, it's like Coachella." It's like if you order Coachella on Wish, right? Yes, they had number 3 via IVF to make sure it was a boy. Wow. That's kind of crazy that they didn't, and I don't see the big problem with that, to be honest with you, but why would they not capitalize on that? It's kind of interesting. Oh, and how you tried to have security kill, and how you tried to have security KILL and RAPE Cole, and what's his name with that video came out. I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that means. I'm sure some of you will tell me. But that seems crazy. Like she's got some tea and some information, right? And she's basically throwing up a flare here and saying, "Come at me. I know shit." right? Yes, him and his dad do it together, which I called him out on. Of course, so many people called him out on that, and it's so true. Yes, his mama know too and support it. Well, it's just a great family all around. Just full of traditional family values. Love it. So she says, stop posting my kid. Post your 3 content makers and leave mine out of it. Dookie boy. She calls him Dookie boy. You're really a dumb mother effer. Do you really need another lawsuit? Think about that. I don't even care to blackmail you or anything like that. I won't post any of the content of you at your little whorehouse you begged me for the footage for. Oh, leave my kid out of this, you weird ass bitch. Leave mine out of it. All I ask is not to post her because she deserves a life, a normal, safe, private life. You know what? I love it. I love when they say this because they're starting to realize that the privacy and safety is what you can give your kids. And when you don't give them privacy and safety, you're a shit ass. Okay? I've let this slide so many times. Goddamn, stop playing with a mother. Sounds like this Shyla girl, you don't want to mess with her is what I'm saying. Shyla will cut you. Okay, she'll cut you. I don't even know Shyla, and she'll cut you. So then she says, not the footage of you literally saying making money off us using the Ace family's name multiple times. Not the footage of you wishing Landon death from his cancer. Not the footage of you yelling at your own daughter. Really? Okay. LOL, can't text from your real number. I don't have much to lose in terms of my image. I've survived, overcame, learned, and still learning. I will not be blackmailed. LOL, whichever one of y'all thinking you got tea on me, you're drinking piss. I love it. If you think it's tea you have, it's actually warm piss. It's not good for you to drink that. I don't care to live in fear, be silenced, or be held hostage by my past. I'm done with this little situation and evil energy involved. Love, Shyla. And here's the issue that Austin and Catherine seem to understand, right? They have way more to lose than just kind of regular people. Like, she's like, I don't care. Do what you got to do. I don't make, like, this isn't my whole world. I don't make money online. Or maybe she does, I don't know. Right? But Austin and Catherine have way more to lose. If Shyla has videos of this whorehouse thing that Austin went to, SpaghettiOs, we know. Again, it's going to come out eventually. There are so many women he's probably done this to, and obviously Catherine knows about it, or Catherine takes part in it on her side, or it's, again, what I've said multiple times about the Ace family, you know, of all the shit that they do, it's just a business relationship. They're not together anymore. They probably have separate rooms or separate houses at their height of their money, probably not anymore. They are not going to survive this. Okay, they're doing their wedding to make money. It's all a big money-making scheme. They're not together anymore. It's just business. And isn't that gross? Because at its core, it's a family vlogger. And their business is family vlogging and showing their kids. Just nasty. So, Austin McBroom, you're a dingleberry douchebag. Congrats. Douche dad of the day. And thanks, Shyla, for dropping that tea. We really appreciate it because, you know, tea is what it is, and drama is what it is, and snark is what it is. But in the end, the goal is the same, to get to stigmatize family vlogging and this type of lifestyle, to call it out for its fakery, to call it out for how bad it is and how exploitative it is. And so whatever means it takes to get there, I'm on board. All right, cool. Let's move on to the next thing. I want to show you something. Aaron Stover posted this on my Facebook group. Hi, everyone. I'm Alicia with the Daiquiri Dozen. The Daiquiri Dozen. Even the closed captions know that she's a lush, right? A lusha. Get it? A lush is a term. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm sorry. I love this. My page is, you know what, if you go to the problem with family vloggers the TCP, post more memes, everybody. I love it. My mom likes drinking. As every family vlogger kid at school. Okay, so someone posted this too. Has anyone seen this nonsense LoveMeg is doing now? She's becoming a life coach. I don't know what she's going to teach. How to exploit your kids and how to cry in business. I love it. So the big news is the Abundantly Meg, as most of you already know, I recently left YouTube. I felt like it's time to jump off the YouTube ship for a while now. I knew it would make me happier, but I was so freaking scared. It was my top moneymaker. How could I let it go? Was I letting fear make my decision, which is something I don't do in business? Well, it sounds like you did let fear do that, so okay. Which is one reason I've gotten this far. So basically, LoveMeg has decided that YouTube's not for her anymore because she basically baited and came after her haters on the snark threads. I just don't. Guys, people aren't playing around. They literally are full-time job is to snark on you and to find everything about you. LoveMeg's got some history, and the reason I come after LoveMeg obviously is because she called me a pedo, right? And just laughed about it, was so cocky about the whole thing. Oh my gosh. Every time I think of that moment when she said that to me, I was upset, obviously, when she said it. But I was just like, the cockiness was just incredible.
Another thing that's really funny is that one person who is trying to cancel me and a lot of other mom vloggers out there apparently has pedophile charges against him.
Obviously, it's a crazy lie, but she just, with so much confidence, she's like, see, the guy that calls out child predators, he's a child predator. Guys, it was so upsetting to me because you could ruin someone's life by saying that about somebody, okay? It's insanity. So that's why I come after her. Anyway, she wants to be a $2,500, I think, a month life coach. And I think in that $2,500, you get 2 sessions of 30 minutes with her. So you're paying this woman $1,250 for a half an hour. So $2,500 an hour, I'm sorry. She's charging $2,500 an hour to teach you how to screw up muffin mix. I'm not kidding. And how to have an ugly couch and vacuum the side of your bed. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time visiting my channel. Y'all, today's video is gonna be another clean and vacuum a whole ton of shit we don't need to vacuum with me today. And I have my huge emotional announcement. You're not gonna wanna miss this one, bish. Today's video, I'm gonna show you guys what the product is, what it's all about, what it smells like, what it looks like, all that kind of stuff, because I really need you to buy it because I wasted a whole ton of money. So just, okay? So there's gonna be lots of cleaning motivation and lots of... So, LoveMeg, stop. If you pay this woman $2,500 for 1 hour of her time, you know what? You deserve what you get. Like, yeah, you're right. You're owed it. I understand people leveraging their platforms to make money. Like, I understand that. But she's going above and beyond anything I've ever seen. Even Bits of Bish was like, let me give her a call. I'm going to call her. Hello. Hey, Bits, remember when you did something like this? You're like, I'm going to help coach you along. And I made these shitty videos with terrible audio. And I like made a website and it completely crashed and people were threatening to sue you. You remember that? Yeah, no, I know. No, I'm not trying to dig up old shit. Yeah, I know. I know it's terrible memories and you were dumb. I know it's one of those moments you just cringe at yourself. Right, but anyway, LoveMeg is doing the same thing, only like 5 times more expensive. I know, right? Maybe just give her a call and say, hey, girl, no, you shouldn't do that. You know what I mean? I don't know. What do you think? No, you do it. Okay, that's fine. I'll do it. Okay, bye. I'm gonna have to tell you. LoveMeg, Bits of Bish says don't do it. It's stupid. Okay, please don't. Another update with LoveMeg is that they sold their house and sold really quickly and for a decent price. They probably made a big chunk of money. And then apparently the owners who bought it literally are turning around and selling it, I think for, I could be wrong, $200,000 more. Like, I don't know if LoveMeg's upset at a real estate agent or whatever, because if this person turns around and sells the home for even $100,000 more than they bought it for, LoveMeg is going to be so upset because they potentially lost out on hundreds of thousands of dollars for selling their house too early, making all these rash decisions. I honestly think that they are broke. They lived the high life. LoveMeg told everybody she's never going to pay her kids. They probably spent it all or invested it in businesses or that failed, like the stupid cleaning product. I don't know where it is, somewhere around here. Like all that stuff's failed. And they just, or they just have a ton of money and they can retire. And she's just doing a last big money grab. I don't know. It sucks for her kids though, that's for sure. Anyway, LoveMeg, you're a douche and enjoy your obscurity. Have fun. Douche mom of the week. I guess she gets the week. You get the week. Okay, cool. And now it's like time for like the JessFam drama section of the Full It Friday. You know there's gonna be if JessFam's on the internet for any time of the week, like it's like totally like it's like gonna be in the full like Friday, like right? Like okay, because JessFam is such an awesome person. But before we get into the JessFam one, before we totally get into like JessFams and stuff like that, just really want to talk about Sun-Kissed Bum Jam right now real quick, because she's totally did this video on TikTok. And I'm just going to replace the music so I don't get copyright strike, okay. So this is what she said to everybody. She said, "You're still not with that girl you stalked, are you? What are you wearing, sunburnt crunch pants? What are you wearing? Where do you even buy something like that? I'm so sorry. I can't even look at myself. What are you wearing? Where do you even buy something like that? Right? Like, who sells a chessboard and a shirt with a daisy on the front? Sun-kissed Moose Knuckle over here is dancing and saying, of course I'm still friends with the girl I stalked. Are you serious? Where do you... The only time I get a view is if she's in my videos. God, what has my life become? So Sun Crunch Toastios over here, she just basically says, of course I'm still friends with JessFam. Like, that's the only way I can get anything done around here. I guarantee you Sun-baked ass crack over here is going to end up back in Hawaii within the year. That's my thing. Maybe right after the Christmas push, so they get their big Christmas money, and then they're gone. Because I think that her husband, someone has said her husband hasn't been in the videos for a long time, probably working full time, because there's no way they make enough money. So these are grown-ass adult women. And I understand if you're like at a wedding, or you're at a dance club, or whatever, and you're letting loose a little. You had a couple of wobbly pops, and you're just like, I'm at a wedding. Let's get down and funky. And your husband's over there looking like, I still love her. And you do that. I get that. Have some fun. But this is like their day-to-day. This is what they do on the regular. And they put it on video. And thank you for doing that. Oh my God. For the love of Pete, don't. So... JessFam put out this one as well. So what she's saying here is when the deadbeat complains about how the kids are being raised, JessFam, didn't you just do a Q&A saying something like this?
I have a lot of people asking about my relationship with Richard. It's honestly good. Like,
oh, is it good? Oh, my bad. It's good. But then she not even, I think 2 days later, did a TikTok calling him a deadbeat. So JessFam, you're not funny or cool or any of those things. Grow up. You get douche mama of this minute. Congrats. Running out of shit. Okay, moving on to the next giant gong show family vlogger, your favorite mine, the ItSRLife, who is a failing, absolutely just collapsing family vlog. And they did a video saying, finally admitting it, the hard truth. And they're saying they're broke, and they're not broke. These people, again, a lot of these people, they made all their money, they bought cars, and they went on vacations and everything else. They write it all off. But at some point, when the money dwindles, you're not making $150,000 a month anymore, and you start making like $30,000 a month. Even that is amazing, right? Imagine making $30,000 a month, okay? To these people, that's like they're in panic mode because they start living way above their means. And their monthly bills are insanity. I'm going to do a Doherty Dozen budget video coming up soon. Apparently, their monthly budget like a year ago was something like $26,000. I don't care how many kids you have. $26,000? Okay, right? So anyway, that's what happens though. You start living above your means, you start doing all these things, and then when everything falls apart, when your lies come out, or people get bored of your shit, or they just hate you, for whatever reason, everything kind of falls apart. And that's kind of what's happening here with the ItSRLife. I think that they were contemplating Airbnb being their house because they said they can make $40,000 a month doing that. And holy shit, I don't know if they're still doing it, but that's what they were contemplating. And now I think they're looking for another house, which I think is what they're talking about here. But let's see if she admits what she's, again, it's probably just clickbait, but let's find out. You know there's going to be a Daniel roast, right? Okay, just making sure you guys knew.
Time to share.
Before we get started, if you've never seen me cover an ItSRLife video, welcome to the shit show. This is how this works. She says a bunch of shit, and he's like, yeah, and he'll say like a word, and she'll cut him off, and he'll be like, yeah, you're right. This guy is the biggest cheerleader of his wife, and you know what? Good for Daniel. For all the people that I roast, Daniel started the vanilla roasts. Of all the people that are family vloggers, I honestly don't think that he's bad. Like, of course, they exploit the children there to the degree they're bad. But of all the people I cover, I think he's honestly the most genuine and honest. I don't think he has skeletons in his closet. I don't think that he's a bad guy. I just think that he just got roped into the shit and had no choice because look at his wife. right? And he's just a nice guy. I honestly believe that. Daniel, in another lifetime, if he wasn't a family vlogger exploiting his children, I would have loved this guy. I'm not even kidding you. Like, but not her. I'd be like, no. If they were at my church or whatever, like, just invite Daniel with the boys, you know? I feel like he doesn't. He can be one of the boys, but his wife ruined it for him. So anyway, that's what I think.
Okay, so we're gonna give you guys a little hi, Granny. Granny just waking up.
Mm-hmm.
A little.
Mm-hmm. She just woke up. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Life update and a house update, because you guys always ask. And first of all, I appreciate you guys asking and also being so invested in our journey too. Okay.
I love it. I love them.
We're kind of at the point where we're having these like hard conversations of, okay, to be honest, I think we both thought our house was going to sell like the first week.
Okay, so apparently, and I don't follow these people, okay? I don't have time. But apparently they thought their house was going to sell in the first week, and it didn't.
Oh my gosh.
So they are selling their house.
Like when we first put it up, well, you know the things that I said, oh, well, it'll bid up really fast. And this is exactly what the market was doing.
Right.
People were selling their house in like 6 hours, 24 hours.
No conditions. Same thing was happening here.
Bidding wars and 3, 4, 5,
Yep.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bids were coming in on their house and they were bidding them up. That was what was happening like maybe a couple weeks or right up to when we put our house on the market. It was still happening.
That's it. I mean, just their luck. That's called karma. And you know what? You don't really want to see people suffer at all because, like, in the end, of course, they have kids, but it's called karma. And of course, it happens to the R life, right? And this is, they're exactly right. It's the same thing happening in this market. Up until, like, not even a month and a half ago, shit was flying off the shelves as far as real estate's concerned. No conditions, multiple offer situations, sometimes offering over $300,000 over asking price. And I live in a very lucrative real estate market. All across the GTA, Greater Toronto area, where I live, all the way up to Ottawa, everywhere. In major city centers, you couldn't buy a house unless you were a millionaire. No joke, you would need $200,000 down because there's nothing under $1 million. And in Canada, you need $200,000 down to get a house over $1 million. It's insanity. All of a sudden, Bidenomics and just inflation, Trudeau inflation, whatever you want to call it. Shit hit the fan because COVID caught up to everything. All the free money they gave away, my country and yours, everything caught up. And now we're in recession, you're in recession, you got freaking inflation out the wazoo, something like 9% inflation or something like that. Everything exploded. Good, because I'm looking for a house. And you know what? There's so many people who bought houses in the past year or 2 years who severely overpaid for their house, waived the conditions, and might have gotten into houses that were lemons, cracked foundations, bad AC, broken roofs, and they didn't do they waived conditions. So if you've never bought a house, and this is I used to be a real estate agent, just so you guys are aware. So was my wife. If you've never bought a house, if the only way you can get a house is waive conditions, I get why you have to do that, right? Because anybody who was selling a house in the last 2 years is like, if someone said we want conditions, they wouldn't even take the offer. No thanks. Because the next offer is going to come in, no conditions. And you're going into a house with no conditions, that's really dangerous because you're not getting it looked at before you moved in. Okay? The bank's going to take an assessment. Sure, they have to. It's the law. But you're not getting a house inspector in to say, okay, this needs this, and this, and then you can adjust your offer based on if it needs anything, right? So that's how that kind of works. That's been going on. And so we're in a market right now where that's all coming back. The house that we really liked, it was like really high. It was like over $1 million. Now it's under $1 million now. And it's still in the market, and people are not buying houses anymore. And it happened. I don't know if you guys wanted to know that, but that's a good thing for people who are middle class, who would like to buy a home. I've been renting for over 6.5 years. I did the math the other day. It breaks my effing heart, but I've spent over $150,000 on rent in the past 6.5 years. And that's I mean, if you can't afford a home, that sucks because we couldn't afford to buy a home. We still can't. There's not $200,000 down. We don't have that kind of money. And it really sucked because those who can't afford a home are paying this. If you rent and you have a big family, you are literally throwing hundreds of thousands of dollars in the garbage. And it makes me, I mean, you have a roof over your head. Obviously, it's not in the garbage, but, it's a necessity. But I feel so bad for those people who can't buy a home. And we couldn't for the last 6 years. And now we're finally in a position where we could possibly get a home, which I'm really excited about. But all that to say, it's a good place to be now for those of us who've waited. And just wait a little longer is what I'm telling you.
And then the market totally just dropped. It turned. It just totally changed. And it was the interest rate mostly, I think, is what the
Interest rate, yeah, but that's not mostly what it was.
driving that for the most part. I think that's what happened. The interest rate went from like
I mean, she still spends money on lip face stuff.
being in the 4s and 3s to being in the 6s. So people just like stopped. I mean, I was telling people that they were doing the loan. I was telling people that we're gonna come renovate the house. This is over the weekend, and we were like, well, Monday we'll probably have the house sold.
Oh, when we put it up.
Yeah. So So in our new house, come over
We had
and
a
start. We had a contractor. You can go ahead and like I was banking on. We were
So he's making all these plans with the contractor and the new house and all those things that they wanted to buy, and they were lining it all up without selling a house. That sounds really stupid. Don't do that. Don't do that.
selling it, and we're gonna buy the
And
next
we were
house.
going to get Maple Hill,
And then you could come over and fix up the house, and now it's been how many weeks?
Weeks. We're past a month.
Past a month now.
And
Your house sits on the market for over 30 days. That's bad. Just relist, because here's the trick. If I'm looking for a house, I'm like, why has this house been listed for 60 days? Something's wrong with it. That's the first thing your agent's going to tell you. Something's wrong with it. 100 people have walked through that house. Something's wrong with it. There was a house I really, really wanted. It had 15 acres. Oh my gosh. I could have had a mini horse. Okay. And I loved the look of the property. Photos were decent. I was like, oh man, it's got an oil bay in the garage. You could change your oil under your garage. It had a barn, 15 acres of woods and like clearing. Oh my God, beautiful. I went and looked at it because they had it listed for $900,000. Okay. I went and looked at it. I'm like, oh my God, you have to gut this entire home. That's how bad it was when you get in there and you see it. That house sold for $699. That's how bad the market is right now. So people thought they could get away with selling their shit for way more expensive, and then it fell out. So it is what it is. That's how the real estate market works. You live and learn, and you make choices. Those people who bought townhomes, no kidding, townhomes for over $1 million, those houses aren't worth more than $300,000. $400,000 in the real world. So you bought $1 million townhome and you want to sell that now in a market coming up, you're going to lose hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't know why I'm telling you all this real estate shit. It's because I'm interested.
I know that doesn't sound very long, but with how the market was
it is long.
previously, it was like hours.
Yeah.
And we just thought, and I remember when we lived.
Maybe they walked in and be like, there's bad vibes in here. Exploitation goes on. I don't like the smell of this place. Is this our life's house? Don't buy it. It's haunted with the ghosts of patchouli and lip fillers.
I was like, I'm sad because I know tomorrow we'll probably have an offer, and
And we'll have to leave our house.
yeah, I mean, what we were delusional. Clearly,
Just keep it. Your house is beautiful. I don't understand these people. All these family vloggers, everybody get these beautiful homes with pools and gorgeousness and massiveness, and why are you gonna sell it? For what reason?
still here.
Because they're broke. That's why I'm telling you. I had to answer the question for you.
And I think there's a couple things I think the market had turned. We're at a very high price point. We already knew that. Our agent has felt comfortable with it at the price.
They got greedy. I see. So they're trying to sell their house. Then she just admitted it's at a very high price point. You haven't adjusted your price point in 30 days. You're not selling the house. If it didn't sell the first hour because the market was the first day, it's not selling for that price. People think it's overpriced. So adjust your price, dumbass.
That it's at, but we knew it wasn't. We thought it was going to sell faster, but we also knew we weren't going to have 5 showings a day because the price point that it's at is high, and
It's a larger house, so not 5 bedrooms is not.
Hey, friend, we're selling our house. Look, my hair. I need a haircut. Hey, your white shirt is mine. Why you're wearing my clothes? Idiot. Stop wearing my clothes. Lips.
not everybody.
It's really a 6-bedroom, but it's been converted, to 5 for a loft. But just not everybody comes for a 5-bedroom house.
No.
Most families aren't
I need a 5-bedroom.
that big. So
I get it, and so I think the reality
I'll buy your house. $100,000.
is
Imagine I was moving to Florida, which I'm not. I wish I was. My wife's like, no, there's guns and shit there, so we're not moving to Florida. It's out. But imagine I was, and I bought that house. Oh my God, would that be amazing?
accepting that maybe it won't sell, and then what are
Not for that price. You need to adjust your expectations. Dumbass, your agents failed you.
Options are if it doesn't. You know, we've shared a few times why we're selling, and there's like multiple reasons. We want to downsize a little bit, so that's why you notice some of the homes are smaller. We want to cut our mortgage down.
Oh, so they went above, again, they're admitting they went above and beyond their means. Isn't he working or is he not working? She said he was going back to work. Did he not get a job? What happened? Did they look at his online profile and be like, we don't like you?
Significantly, just like,
But I know, he's a nice guy. I can't see them saying no. Hey, they don't have any like scandals or anything.
financially, we're about to open up a business, and also we might want to move with
They might open up. I thought they were doing the donut place, the Duck Donuts. Duck Donuts?
where Duck Donuts, I don't know why I said this, but where Duck Donuts is going to be opening.
Oh, they want to be closer to Duck Donuts. They're poor. Their mortgage is way too expensive. They want a smaller house.
Town if it's not in our current town. So there's lots of reasons why. Biggest was for financial reasons to help us out there.
Downsize and get our mortgage payment lower.
So
Like, he totally uses just like kids' Elmer's glue on wood products. You have to use wood glue. He doesn't like ice cream sandwiches. The audacity. His hand cream is like the good smelling stuff you get from like the soap place. What is that place called? I don't know. They have all those smelling soaps and all the hand creams, but it's the girly one. He has to shave his nose hairs every day. He's scared of forehead wrinkles. He does not know how to change a tire. He calls AAA. Amateur. He calls his backpack a knapsack. The hell. Knows way too much about anime. Says things like, I'm fine. And he's not fine. He's broken inside. His daughters have like a bunch of friends over and they're having a conversation. He just gets in he's got the dad arm crossed. Like, oh, hey, what's going on here, kiddos? And all the girls are like, Dad, beat it, loser. And he's like, all right. Finger guns them. Like you're sitting on an airplane, right? And you think you're gonna have the seat next to you because you're like, oh, it's almost the last person. And like nobody else, come on, you got the whole 2 seats left for yourself. And you're like, oh my God, I'm the only person on the airplane that has all his room. All of a sudden he comes on 10 minutes later and sits right next to you. Is terrible at chipping. Like he can drive, got a good drive, like 220 on a good day, right? Good drive, good approach. Even putting, not so bad, but his chip shots, just garbage. His favorite movie, The Happening. If you guys haven't seen The Happening, don't watch it, okay? I'm serious. Secretly votes Democrat. His wife, if she ever found out, oh my God, the divorce. He appreciates the politics better. If he understands that Democrats have just this different way of looking at things, right? They have a good look on humanity. Whereas Republicans sometimes just don't care about all this stuff, you know? Sometimes they do. But he feels like he's torn. He's like, am I a libertarian? He hates going to church. TiVo's Shark Week. His favorite Netflix series? Bridgerton. All right, let's continue.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not
Waiting.
I'm not ready to do Plan B.
What's Plan B? Is it OnlyFans?
That makes me really sad, but you know, I know that. Yeah. But we do have a showing tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it seems like
I should book a showing. Do a vlog from the house. I would never.
It's actually the real estate agent's coming to preview the house before, and then potential buyer is going to come at the end of the week. Yeah. And
I'd be like, hell no. Bring your buyer.
Maybe this could be the one.
It's not going to be the one.
That'd be great. Then we'll have another video saying, we're not so sad anymore. We're selling our house. Yippee.
Yeah, or who knows? Yeah. We're going to go see a house tomorrow too, so. Yeah. Which is like, I've kind of lost.
It's funny because they keep looking at all the houses. What's happening is they're looking at all these houses they really, really, really want, right? And then, but they can't, like, we want this one. Please sell our house. And they can't get into the other house because they can't afford a bridge mortgage because they can't even afford their own mortgage. So they can't get in. So I'm looking 5 days ago. No, they haven't sold their house yet. I don't think. Oh, they did. It says they bought a house 10 days ago. So they sell their house? Touring the house we put an offer in on. So the day after this video, they put an offer on a house. So maybe they can afford a bridge mortgage, I guess. She just said they're trying to budget.
Gotten a little like, because I feel like if I go see a house, our house isn't even sold. That house is going to sell before we get it. So it's like...
He's just repeating everything. You're right, she's right.
Yeah, that's the same thing I've been doing too. It's like, we need to slow down going and seeing houses, because every time we see a house, we're waiting, and then that's the house gets sold.
So it's interesting that you say that. All these other houses are flying off the shelves, right? Why is your house not flying off the shelf? Because they have a price point they cannot deviate from. And they're saying, look, we don't care if we get less showings. The right buyer's going to come along. The agent's probably like, it's not much, right? So I wish I could see what their house is being sold for. I don't know how to look at that stuff. But basically, they need that money for the business, for the down payment of the new house, or whatever. They are broke AF, and they're admitting it.
Yeah.
I know.
How are you broke? How many video views does this channel have? They have 300 million views, almost 302 million views on their channel. What did you do with all your money? You dumbasses? Holy, too much filler.
That's how it goes. It's life.
Okay, cool. That's how it goes. He's like, that's how it goes. He starts crying. Q side me, he's like, our life. Did you overprice your house? It is. Finn. Sucks to be you. There we go. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining me on today's Full Lit Friday. I had some fun today. Got some snark in. We had a rough week with the Daddy 05 stuff, which we're going to continue to cover. Rough. It was a rough go. I'm sorry it was. It was bad, and it did trigger me. It absolutely did. A lot of people reaching out in concern. Josh, keep safe. Yes, you're right. I am. I'm doing my breathing techniques. I'm taking walks with Gus. I'm listening to like good podcasts. I'm listening to my favorite audiobook of all time, by the way, which is The Power of One. I've read the book a million times, and if you haven't, please do me a favor. Maybe I should do this again. Get a book you should be reading. Start reading again, everybody. Start reading. And I read all the time. But The Power of One is my favorite book of all time. And I challenge you to read it. Okay? I almost want to do giveaways of this book. It's so incredibly good. Okay? Please read The Power of One. And that's what I'm reading right now. Also, I just finished reading Jeanette McCurdy's book. I'm glad my mom died, and that video is coming out on Monday. It's a really good video that I did based on what she has shared about the life that she led and the correlation between that and what it's probably like for these family vlogger kids. Really interesting, an amazing book. Go read that before you watch the video. There's gonna be some spoilers in it, so make sure you do that. Everybody take a deep ass breath. Ready? I love it. Happy freaking Friday. Hope you have an amazing weekend. Go out and do some fun stuff. You know, do that thing you like with your hubs or your wives or your significant other or whatever. Have some fun. You know what I'm saying? Go to the mall. Go to Cinnabon. I don't know. Do something crazy. Home Depot? Whatever. Whatever makes you damn well happy. Don't forget how amazing and incredible and valuable you are. I got to stop doing that because Alusha does that. At the daiquiri does it. I don't know. Should I stop? Should I do something new at the end? You let me know. Anyway, I will see you Monday.